Hey everybody, and welcome to KM Reviews. I am Niddleman. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe to get updated movie reviews every single week. This time we're talking about The Magnificent Seven. It stars 7 magnificent actors, including the likes of Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt, Ethan Hawke, Vincent D'Onofrio, and a couple other ones that just kind of shoehorn in there. Now basically this movie is kind of like a classic Western, I guess. It's a remake, but basically it's about this town that's overrun by this guy who just wants a bunch of gold. He's taking everything for himself and killing whoever gets in his way. So Denzel Washington is hired by one of the locals to gather this team together to basically put an end to it. So was this movie any good? Let's talk about it. So I'm going to start this off with the pros, the biggest one being casting. They did a great job at finding a cast of characters that all have great chemistry with one another. There's a lot of humor in this movie, a lot of jokes because they kind of aren't supposed to get along, but they need to for this mission. And there's just a lot of good inside jokes with one another. Some of them have history and backstory that they don't really delve into, but the way they act it, you can just kind of tell they have this history together, and their camaraderie is really good, and you can kind of see their relationship form as the movie goes on. And the actors they chose were just perfect for each of the roles. I will say there was a big surprise with Vincent D'Onofrio's character. He played it in a way that I was not expecting, and at first it was kind of jarring to me, but then I actually really grew to like his character. Meanwhile, Denzel Washington and Chris Pratt are basically playing Denzel Washington and Chris Pratt, but that's perfectly fine with me because they're very witty with one another and it just works really good. I will say the story to this movie is kind of bland. It's kind of your generic Western type of movie of this town ain't big enough for the both of us kind of a thing, where there's somebody there, they're trying to drive him out, they have a standoff, and that's basically your movie. This movie really hinges on the casting, like I mentioned, and that is what is nailed. As far as the negatives go, I would say the biggest one for me is the fact that this team, while good, it has formed very quickly and unrealistically, in the sense that a lot of these guys are outlaws and they don't really have any relationships with each other. They just kind of, Denzel Washington's just like, okay, I need a team of guys. You, and you. And they're all like, all right, well, join the team. I mean, it's just kind of lackluster in terms of them having a good reason to join this fight, because they all know it's pretty much a suicidal mission, so to speak. So why are they joining this team? They just kind of do because it's convenient for the story. But I was able to forgive that, but I do kind of wish they just went a little more in depth with some of the characters and why they were joining and why this was important to them and what it meant to their character. But oh well. Alright guys, so considering that Westerns are probably my least favorite genre of movie, I was actually pretty surprised by how much I enjoyed this one. But with that being said, I'm going to give this movie a one-night stand. I enjoyed it for what it was, but it's really nothing that special. So guys, what's your favorite Western that has come out recently? Let me know and comment below. Also, you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Niddleman, and if you want to see more movie reviews, stay tuned right after this if you can handle it. Go.